During the weekend, I was very touched by Felix's speakings. When he started talking, I was immediately drawn to what he was saying, just because it touched what things are going on in my life right now. I'm going through buying a house and stressing out about paperwork with the house, and he started talking about expectations and learning to be mindful and live in the present instead of having expectations in the future. And that really touched me because I was totally stressing out about the house, and it was like an emotional backpack. And when I took that off and just let it be and lived in the present, I immediately felt that weight lift off my shoulders. So I was very touched by what he was saying, and not only in that speakings, but all the things that he was talking about really touched me.
It's been much more in depth than I had anticipated. Our work and where I've come from has been more in the cosmetic and reconstructive surgery industry. And so to hear more about the in-depth and working with people near their life's end has been eye-opening for me. To really hear from people who firsthand who see these clients, these patients all the time is very eye-opening, and makes me contemplate how I see my clients and how I work with them. And also just to, when we talk about how the Western medicine and Eastern medicine is coming up closer and butting into each other more and more, that's a pleasure for me too, because from where I started, I feel like that there's so much more acceptance on the Western medicine side, where them saying, yeah, I'm sending my patients for massage, that it's something that before that was unheard of. I felt like I was going up against a brick wall, and now there's acceptance. I would recommend or suggest to anybody who's thinking about coming to this seminar that there's always something to learn and takeaways, that no matter where you're coming from, whether you've been practicing for years or you're just out of school, there's absolutely things that you can be learning on all those aspects.
I definitely am taking away the experience I had meeting Felix and listening to him speak about mindfulness. What he said touched me really deeply, and I think I'll go forward with that knowledge and apply it in my own life. I've practiced meditation for a long time, on and off, and I always thought mindfulness and meditation were the same thing, where really they're one sort of complements the other, but I was happy to have the clarity of what mindfulness really was. It's been life-changing for me, not only meeting Felix and learning about mindfulness, but learning the many ways that we can help the cancer journey, people who are on the cancer journey, just to enjoy their life a little bit more during that journey.
I've never had a continuing education that had packed in so many different types of practitioners. You know, I've gone to a lot of massage training and it's just massage therapists or physical therapists or, chiropractors, but this had doctors of all different types, dermatologists, oncologists, surgeons, massage therapists, skin care practitioners, yoga instructors, meditation instructors. So that wide variety of practitioners is what made it special and just really gave a well-rounded education on cancer and oncology.
So much changes so rapidly in this field, the field of cancer, how to detect it, how to treat it, how you might contract it, how it happens to you, that having updated information about that is huge. And I'm finding that it's a very different place than it was 10 years ago. And they're actually curing it, which is huge. So for me personally, it's nice to hear that. It's nice to know that they've made advances, because I think all of us live with a little bit of underlying fear about the big C. So that's kind of the personal side. And the professional side, knowing better what someone is going through when they are experiencing cancer, whether it's through treatment or after post-treatment. And since the statistics are so high in terms of how many people are actually experiencing cancer these days, the likelihood someone's going to walk into my studio with an experience I need to be aware of is very, very high. So knowing what I need to ask in order to serve them safely, knowing how to be empathetic with them, knowing how to make them feel comfortable, is all of that is, it enhances what I can bring to them.
With Felix, the learning about the mindfulness and the meditation was really important to me. I've got a lot of stress through both work and at home, learning to deal with my new normal as a cancer survivor. And so learning to live more in the moment and not worry about what happened in the past or what I think might happen with a certain coworker getting my blood pressure up and stuff. I now can focus and say, okay, that's not real. This is what's going on right now. And I have really noticed that it's brought my stress level at the office down. The meditation, when I'm getting to a boiling point at the office, I'll go to a conference room, put my Felix meditation on and listen to him and just calm down. It's been really beneficial for me.
It did prompt me to think a lot about how I do the work that I'm doing right now with people who are post-operative. So I do see a lot of people at a physical therapy clinic, and where I'm working now with Kent, they specialize in perioperative therapy. So I've seen people who are in and out of trauma and surgery all the time, but there are some things that I've kind of pulled away from this weekend that I think I'll change about how I've been doing things. So it's been helpful, just rethinking the way I've approached clients, especially in oncology. I'd always been something where I had learned originally in school and just sort of assumed that it's contraindicated for the most part with massage, that you just shouldn't work on someone if they're going through radiation. So it's been very helpful to see how I can kind of insert myself in people's process.